The NASCAR Xfinity Series race has officially concluded from Iowa Speedway, and we see a lot of tire issues, a lot of great racing, a solid finish, and Sam Mayer picking up his second victory of 2024. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race in Iowa Speedway, the Javi Perks 250. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So for the green flag drop, there was no qualifying in the race. So the lineup would be set up by owner's points, meaning that technically Austin Hill and Shane Van Gisbergen would start on the front row, but because Shane Van Gisbergen crashed in practice, he would have to go to tail end along with Patrick Emmerling. So at the start of the race, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the inside with Justin Allgaier on the outside, and Justin Allgaier got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. Meanwhile, Jeremy Clements had a fantastic save off of turn number 4, was able to save it and continue going. Eventually, we saw some really great racing up front between Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, and Justin Allgaier, with eventually Chandler Smith being able to get the race lead. The first caution race come out lap 34 for AJ Allmendinger, hit the outside wall really hard with a right front tire that went down. This would be very common throughout the race. Allmendinger hit that outside wall very, very hard and would end up finishing in 37th in this race. During the caution, we saw a little strategy. John Nemechek, Jeremy Clements, Ryan Ellis all decided to stay out while the rest leaders came down pit road, with Chandler Smith winning the race off pit road, followed by Josh Williams and Sheldon Creed. Meanwhile, during this caution, Brandon Jones unfortunately lost a motor, and unfortunately his day would come and end with an engine failure. So on the restart, you had John Nemechek lead the field from the outside with Jeremy Clements on the inside, and Jeremy Clements got a really great restart and was able to get the race lead from John Hunter Nemechek. Meanwhile, John Hunter Nemechek lost a ton of ground and a ton of positions. Jeremy Clements continued to hold on to the race lead and started pulling away for a little bit, but eventually on lap number 69, nice number by the way, we saw Chandler Smith get a great run, and he was able to clear Jeremy Clements for the race lead on lap number 49. Meanwhile, Austin Hill started having vibration issues with his tires going down, and he got saved because on lap number 72, Jeb Burton got into the outside wall turn number 1 with the flat tire, bringing out the caution. This would end stage number 1 with Chandler Smith winning stage number 1. Then all lead lap cars would then come down pit road, with Chandler Smith winning the race off of pit road. Dawson Cram, Kyle Weatherman got speeding penalties. So then on the restart, you had Chandler Smith lead the field from the outside with Sheldon Creed on the inside, and Sheldon Creed got a really, really bad restart and dropped a ton of positions, and Sam Mayer nearly spun out as well. Then the next caution race came on lap number 87 when Shane Van Gisbergen spun for 25th position. He got back on the lead lap. He spun out, made a little bit of mistake, got loose, and unfortunately Blaine Perkins and Kyle Weatherman got nowhere to go. That is Shane's first DNF from a crash. Tough break for Shane, was doing a really solid job getting up to the field, was up to 25th. I think he could have had a great finish today, especially with drivers having tire issues, but unfortunately his day would come to an end. So during the caution, Joey Gase, Jeremy Clements, Dawson Cram, and Anthony Alfredo all came down pit road while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had Chandler Smith lead the field from the outside with Sammy Smith on the inside, and Chandler Smith got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead. Meanwhile, lap 105, Parker Russell came down pit road with his car on fire, and his day would come to an end after there was smoke inside the cockpit. Meanwhile, there was some contact later in this race between Sam Mayer and Riley Herbst. They made contact, and basically they both went up and drifted up the track, and they had nowhere to go. Meanwhile, a few laps later, the next caution would come out lap 124, and Patrick Emmerling spun from 25th position in turn number 1, just got loose and spun out on his own, bringing out the caution. So then during this caution, Brett Moffitt, Ryan Seek, Parker Kligerman, Austin Hill, Jeremy Clements, Josh Williams, Dawson Cram all came down pit road with tire issues while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, you had Chandler Smith lead the field from the outside with Cole Custer on the inside, and Chandler Smith once again got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the lead. They held on for a little bit and caught up to Chandler, but Chandler continued to dominate. And then coming to the end of stage number 2, Chandler Smith won as Jesse Love hit the outside wall really hard and from 14th position, bringing the caution out. Really tough break for him, who was having a solid day. Tire goes down. That would unfortunately end his day with Chandler Smith winning stage number 2. Meanwhile, we see some interesting strategy where Josh Williams decided to stay out. Yeah, Ryan Sieg win the race off hero fuel only, meaning that Chandler Smith would be second behind Sheldon Creed and those guys and would be starting on the outside. So then on the actually there was some contact between Ross Chastain and Riley Herbst on pit road as well, where those guys would have to then go to the tail end, or they have to come back down pit road with tire issues and had a little bit of damage to repair, which is a shame because Riley Herbst having a great run at the time, but he would not be out of contention completely. So then on the restart, you had Josh Williams lead the field from the outside with Ryan Sieg on the inside, and we saw Ryan Sieg get a great restart, able to clear for a lead, while Chandler Smith dropped way back, got really loose because his car was terrible on restarts, and started dropping really far back. Eventually, a few laps later, Sam Mayer got a great run after Ryan Sieg got really high up on the track, and Sam Mayer is able to take advantage and get the race lead. Then we started seeing some tire trouble as the run went on. Brett Moffitt came down pit road with a flat tire. Then on lap 197, Josh Williams and Matt DiBenedetto came down pit road, both guys on a lead lap. And then on lap 202, the next caution race came out for Justin Allgaier, who hit the outside wall really hard with, once again, a right front tire issue. Hit that outside wall really hard. That unfortunately would end his day. So then during the caution, John Nemechek came down pit road with him winning the race off of pit road, with Sheldon Creed coming out second and Sam Mayer dropping off the third. So then on the restart, you had John Nemechek lead the field from the outside with Sam Mayer on the inside, and John Nemechek got a great restart and was able to clear for the lead. Meanwhile, Parker Kligerman got really high up in turn number 3 and lost a ton of ground positions and dropped back to 15th. Then at lap 218, the next caution race would then come out for Austin Hill, who had a left front tire go down and he hit the outside wall really hard, unfortunately ending his day, bringing the caution out. So then on the restart of lap 225, you had John Nemechek lead the field from the outside with Sam Mayer on the inside, and we saw John Nemechek get a solid restart and was able to clear for the race lead. And then with 21 laps to go, the next caution race came out for Brennan Poole, who unfortunately blew an engine, just had a lot of smoke on the car and dropped some fluid on the track, bringing the caution out. So then on the next restart with 13 laps to go, at the time you had John Nemechek lead the field from the outside with Riley Herbst on the inside. And Riley Herbst got a fantastic restart on the inside of John Nemechek and was able to clear for the race lead. And then Sheldon Creed is battling was for second with John Nemechek. They had some contact and John Hunter got in the outside wall and got a little bit of a tire rub. Eventually, we saw some fantastic racing between Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer up front. Sam Mayer got a great run to the inside and was able to pass Riley Herbst for the race lead with 7 laps to go. But this race would not be official, as with 6 laps to go, the final caution race to come out for John Hunter Nemechek, who got in the outside wall with a flat tire, unfortunately ending his day, bringing the final yellow out. So we come to the final restart. You have Sam Mayer leading the field from the outside with Riley Herbst on the inside, and Sam Mayer gets a fantastic restart and is able to clear for the race lead. And as they come to the white flag, Riley Herbst is doing everything he can to try to close, has an opportunity to close in and get a great run. He tries everything to get there, but it's not enough. And coming off the final corner, Sam Mayer picks up his second win of the 2024 season and his 6th career NASCAR Xfinity Series win. After the checker flag, Riley Herbst was not very happy with Sam Mayer and unfortunately cut his tire down, was not very happy about it. And when Sam was celebrating, Riley shook his head on pit road. Man, talk about a crazy and really wild race. This is the longest Xfinity Series race, I think, ever for Iowa Speedway. Sam Mayer is the one to get it done. After struggling in practice all day yesterday, they made adjustments on that car. They made mistakes on pit road too, and this is Sam Mayer's first ever short track win. This is what he originally kind of grew up being great at. For him to get his first short track win in Xfinity is really awesome. He was very excited about the win. Congratulations to Sam Mayer. He was in position all day, put himself right position and right time, led 47 laps, and gets a pretty big win. He is now becomes the 4th driver to have 2 wins so far this year. Congratulations to Sam Mayer on picking up his 2nd win of the 2024 season. Well deserved. I think Sam Mayer is really starting to show what he's capable of as we get farther into the year. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the race results. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So Sam Mayer picks up the victory. Riley Herbst finished the second. Great comeback for Riley, who had that damage at the beginning of stage number 3. Right in front of majority of the day, had a chance to win. Still a fantastic day nonetheless in second place. Great run for Riley Herbst. Corey Heim finishes 3rd. Fantastic day. He was the fastest car in practice, but because there wasn't any qualifying today, he had to start in 22nd. Methodically moved up, had some tire issues and problems at the beginning of stage 1. They fixed those issues. They will survive the carnage, and Corey gets a very solid top 5. Great run for him in 3rd place. Very fantastic for a driver who could be in Cup next year. Sammy Smith finishes 4th. Probably his best run all year consistently. Ran top 5 and top 10 all day. I think he led a lap or two at some point today as well. This is a much-needed run for this 18. Fantastic day in 4th place. Great run for Sammy Smith. Sheldon Creed finishes 5th. Man, what is it going to take for him to win a race? He had a good enough car to win the race today. Unfortunately, made mistakes on restarts. I think he's going to win at some point, but you never know. He finishes 5th. Still a very solid day. It's been hit or miss. He's either finished in the top 5 or top 10 or crashed out. Solid day for him in 5th place. Cole Custer finished 6th. Seemed like they had some tire issues near the end. They finished 6th, solid day. Not a fantastic day overall, but they finished 6th. Not a bad day, all things considered. Matt DiBenedetto finished 7th. His second top 10, I believe, of the 2024 season. His first on a non-super speedway. They had tire issues, but they were methodically moving through the field, and he gets a very respectful top 10 finish in 7th. I'm telling you, his Viking Motorsports team is really building up. And think about the owner's point situation. This really is going to help them. He finishes 7th. Really good day for Matt DiBenedetto in 7th. Chandler Smith finishes 8th. Chandler Smith had the best car overall, in my opinion, but unfortunately in the second half of this race, they either had bad changes on the car, they just could not get through traffic. It was really tough to pass. They never got back up front. They had the car to beat. Tough rate for Chandler Smith, who I think easily was going to win this race for all the strategy came up. He does get a top 10, but disappointing for a driver who had as strong of a car as he did. Ross Chastain finished 9th. Took that DGM Racing team, who's usually around 15 to 20 for a lot of weeks, and took them inside the top 5 a lot of the day. Faded near the end, but he still gets a very solid top 10. Great run from Ross in 9th. That should be some good confidence for the Cup Series race tomorrow night. And Daniel Dye finishes 10th. Very solid run. I think this is first ever top 10 in Xfinity for him, so really good day for Daniel Dye. Survive all the carnage and wrecks. I've been hard on Daniel Dye, but it seems like he's getting better as a driver. Good day for him in 10th place. Parker Kligerman finished 11th. Not a bad day for him. Had some tire issues and recovered to finish in 11th. Ryan Seek finished 12th. He had some tire issues near the end. Wasn't able to recover. Led some laps today, so that's good, but unfortunately didn't get the finish I think he deserved. He finishes 12th. Landon Honeyman finished 13th. Not a bad day for him. Ran inside the top 15 and 20 near the end of the race. Was in the top 10 near the end. He finishes 13th. Ryan Ellis finished 14th. Was in the top 10 on the second to last restart. Does come home in the top 15. Good day for him. Going to help him in the owner's points as well. And Anthony Alfredo finishes 15th. Not a bad day for him. Joey Gase finishes 16th. Solid day for this 35 team. They actually did it off a pure pace, it seemed like today, and they survived the carnage. They finished 16th. David Starr finished 17th. Not a bad day for him. Brett Mott finished 18th. Man, tire issues cost him a shot at this win. I think Brett had a car capable of winning this race. Tough rate for him. Honestly, just bad luck for him on the tire situation. All the tire issues came into play. He finishes in 18th. I really hope he gets a chance and opportunity because he was really moving through the field and was having a pretty good day. Kyle Seek finishes 19th. Josh Williams finishes in 20th. Just not a great day for Josh Williams. Jeremy Clements finished 21st. Dawson Cramp finished 22nd. Patrick Emerling finished 23rd. Jeb Byrne, after his tire problems, finished 24th. Haley Deegan finished 25th. Not a terrible day, but she had no pace or speed at all. She was at points the slowest car on the racetrack, which they've got to get those AM racing cars fixed. I know they had a crew chief change recently, but can they rehire Joe Williams? Because, man, today she was not out there. No pace or speed. She finishes in 25th. Garrett Smithley finished 26th. John Remachek finished 27th. This is where all the tire and engine issues came in. There's only 26 cars that finished this race. Brendan Poole finished 28th. Austin Hill finished 29th. Justin Allgaier finishes 30th. Jesse Love finished 31st. Parker Westside finished 32nd. 33rd for Kyle Weatherman. 34th for SVG, who I think could have had a top 15 run today. Blaine Perkins finished 35th. Brandon Jones finished 36th. AJ Allmendinger finished 37th. And finishing last in 38th place is Glenn Ream. So now, let's talk about the overall race as a whole. I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So this race was very interesting, and it's really hard to kind of judge because I think when the racing was good, it was absolutely excellent. So many comers and goers throughout the field. You had a lot of grooves being sent in. You had multi grooves, which is something I did not expect. So I think everyone kind of expected this was going to be a bottom feeder race, and it really wasn't the case throughout the day. You had multi grooves available, which I think made this race a lot more intriguing and a lot more exciting. And you had a pretty soft finish, a lot of great battles up front. But at the same time, you had a lot of tire management and a lot of tire failures. And this really wasn't because of tire wear fully, it's because of the heat on the track. when it comes to heat, you need that to kind of come in so you're not having blister situations. And unfortunately, the tire wear, because I think maybe the transition from the new pavement to the old pavement might have played a role in that. I really don't know why they didn't repave the whole track completely and they just repaved half digs. I think that did play a role in some of the tire issues we saw in the race today. And it does concern me for the Cup race because those guys were only going 20 laps. They still went a little longer than the Cup Series race, but they're having tire issues, which I think could be a big factor for the race tomorrow. But outside of that, I thought it was a really solid and fun race. I'm going to give today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race overall an 8 out of 10. I would have given it a 9 out of 10 if not for all the tire issues and problems coming into play, but I still thought it was a very solid race, especially for a track that was kind of repaved. I thought it was pretty good. The Xfinity Series and NASCAR Series have put on some good shows. Solid 8 out of 10. Pretty good race overall, in my opinion. So, that is going to be today's, actually 8.5 out of 10 is going to be my score. So, that is going to be today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Iowa Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's race. Your thoughts on today's race, let me know below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Sam Mayer on picking up the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have the NASCAR Cup Series race review from Iowa tomorrow night, and we're also going to have the starting lineup video for Iowa as well. Monday, there's going to be NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days, and we'll talk about drivers like Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch as well, and we'll also talk about other drivers like, of course, your drivers like Carl Larson, Kurt Busch, among other things tomorrow night. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.